Hello everyone, my name is Jordan Pohl and I'm interning for Harmonia's Food and Wine magazine in Dublin, Ireland. This is my 5th audio-video journal and I'll be responding to the third prompt. The projects I am working on in this video involve me editing and subbing the entire August issue for Food and Wine magazine, as well as writing a few of those articles myself. I was put in charge of composing the book reviews page, cocktail page, and restaurant recap page. I was also asked to go through each editorial and recipe and clearly mark any errors and inconsistencies I noticed. I was then asked to give my corrections directly to my supervisor, who's also the main editor of the magazine, who would then check over them and talk with me about the changes I recommended being made. In writing and editing the August articles, I came across a huge disconnect between what I've been taught in the classroom my entire life, especially in college, and what was actually required of me in the workplace. This is in special reference to grammar and the use of full sentences in editorials. In every one of my English and professional writing classes since grade school, I was taught that you must always refer to a person by their last name out of respect. This isn't so for Food and Wine. They use an individual's first name because it gives the magazine a more casual and friendly air. I was also taught in many of my previous classes to always write in full sentences, that I should never begin a sentence with but, and, or so, and to always complete a thought in each sentence. Yet, as I edited the editorials for the August issue, I kept coming across entire articles where the writer used nothing but incomplete sentences. I had to keep rereading a sentence over and over again to try to understand it fully and make sure I had it right. I even asked my editor to read a couple and see what she thought, and she even had trouble doing it. Yet her and my assistant editor refused to make any of my recommended alterations because it would jeopardize the writer's meaning, and that's something that they couldn't risk doing. It was just much easier on both parties to keep the editorial in its original format. With all this in mind, here's how I resolved the disconnect. After my sit down with my editors, I proceeded to read through the editorials extra carefully and slowly, making sure I was really getting the writer's meaning as I read each sentence. Then I would use that to judge the corrections I would make, if any. Apparently my technique was successful, because both my editors were greatly appreciative and complimentary of my work. They both said things like, "Wow, you have a great eye, Jordan. We never would have thought an intern would notice these things. That's a great skill, one that can't be taught. You'll always have a job with an eye like yours." And, "Jordan, you really found your calling as an editor. You have such a keen eye for detail." Which is all great to hear, since that's exactly the path I hope to take in my future career. This project concludes yet another week of learning and growing as a professional writer thanks to my experience interning with Harmonia's Food and Wine magazine in Dublin, Ireland.